Hello guys and welcome to 5 Minute Medico. Today's topic is instruments in ophthalmology. This is very important topic क्योंकि हम instruments आखिरी और पहली बार सिर्फ वाइवा टेबल पे ही देखते हैं और पूरी रात भी YouTube पे वीडियो देखने के बाद भी अपना हाल कुछ ऐसे ही रहता है.
भगवान क्या जुल्म है.
And your teacher will like,
ब्यूटीफुल भाई, मुबारक हो. ये तो आपने मेरी नॉलेज में इजाफा किया है. ये तो मुझे फैलानी चाहिए पूरी दुनिया में. क्या बयान दिया है आपने भाई, वाह वाह वाह.
this happens because आप जो भी वीडियो देखते हैं उसमें जो images होते हैं वो वेब से डाउनलोड किए होते हैं. In this video I will be showing you the pics which are originally clicked by myself. So चलिए शुरू करते हैं. In ophthalmology, instruments are basic of 3 categories. Can be a specific type, they can be forceps or they can be scissors. It is very much important to identify by these categories. For example, अगर कोई instrument forceps है तो उसका यूज़ कुछ ना कुछ होल्ड करने के लिए होगा. If it's a scissor, its use is to cut something. So when you are given an instrument, what things you should say? You should describe in 3 headings. First, you should tell the name of the instrument. Then describe about its appearance, like it is a stainless steel, has a grip, it has sharp edges, it has cutting. Then tell about the uses of the instrument. This is the basic difference between a forceps and scissors, how they look. Now starting with the specific instruments. First and the very most important and the easiest one is the cat's paw retractor, also called as lacrimal wound retractor, used to retract the skin during lacrimal sac and lid surgeries. Next instrument is the lid speculum, which is the most widely used. This image, the first one is the universal speculum and second is the manual. Make note, the second one is not a self-refracting one, it is a manual. Uses all intraocular surgeries like cataract surgery, glaucoma surgery, keratoplasty. Next instrument is the ball cautery. We can see a pointed ball of brass at the tip of the instrument. This to coagulate small bleeding points during any surgery of eye. As we can see in the image is the Chalazion's clamp. It is very much distinct and easy to identify. Its uses to fix the chalazion and to achieve hemostasis while performing incision and curettage of the chalazion. Most easy one is the punctum dilator. It looks like a stainless steel pen used to dilate the puncta prior to probing or syringing. This is a Bowman lacrimal probe. It has 2 blunt ends of different sizes. Uses probing the lacrimal canaliculi and nasolacrimal duct to find the location of block. Instrument looking like a stapler is the Kerrison bone punch. Its use is to enlarge the bony opening during DCR. This is wire vectis, used to remove subluxated lens, anteriorly dislocated lens in ICCE technique and the nucleus in ECCE. This is a cystitome needle. It is a basically needle syringe which is bent from the top. It is used to make anterior capsulotomy in extracapsular cataract extraction as well as capsulorhexis in phacoemulsification. Posterior capsulorhexis in pediatric cataract. This is an irrigation and aspiration cannula. It is used for irrigation and aspiration of cortical matter in extracapsular cataract extraction. When we see the tip of the needle or the cannula, it has 2 openings. One is at the apex and one is at the lateral side. The apex one is for the irrigation and lateral is one for the aspiration. ये गंदा सा दिखने वाला ट्रेफाइन है. Cutting of corneal donor buttons used in penetrating keratoplasty. This is an iris repositor. It is very much distinct and easily identifiable. It is used to reposit the iris in the anterior chamber to tuck the donor cornea underneath the host cornea in keratoplasty surgery. This is a lens hook. It can be confused with a muscle hook or a IOL dialer. Lens hook is broad and has a blunt tip. It is used to express nucleus in extracapsular surgeries as an alternative to muscle hook, also used along with wire vectis to extract out the dislocated lens. This is an IOL dialer similar to IOL hook, but it has a pointed globe at the point. It is used for dialing of the non-foldable PAMA IOL or for proper positioning in the capsular bag or sulcus, for nucleus manipulation in the phacoemulsification. The easiest one and widely used, the BP handle or the Bard Parker handle. It is used to fit blades over it. This is an MVR blade. It is usually black in color and very much pointed and sharp. used for making side port entry at the limbus. Now the two important instruments of the cataract surgery, that is a crescent knife and a keratome. Crescent knife is not that much sharp and it is not diamond shaped. It is slightly blunt and used for a sclerocorneal tunnel incision in the sclera and cornea for phacoemulsification and manual SICS. Whereas keratome is diamond shaped and sharp, it is used for making a self-sealing corneal incision in the cataract surgery. To differentiate in between, check for the tip. In keratome, it is diamond shaped. Now coming on to the forceps. It is a plain forceps or a tooth forceps. These are simple forceps, mainly used for holding skin or muscle or tissues. This is superior rectus holding forceps. It is a type of tooth forceps. It is big in size and has two tooths on each side. It is used to hold the superior rectus muscle while passing bridal suture under it and to stabilize the eyeball during any surgery. This is limbs forceps, very much similar to superior rectus holding forceps, but here there is single tooth on both sides and it is short as compared to another one. It is used as a tooth forceps for holding the cornea or sclera and rarely the iris. Another forceps is the capsulorhexis forceps. It is very much sharp at the tip. It can be identified easily. It enables to initiate the capsular tear, then securely grasp the capsule to perform the capsulorhexis. This is a McPherson forceps. It is blunt and has grooves for the holding of the intraocular lens. Now starting with the scissors. This scissor is very much unique as it has no cutting function, but it is used to hold the needle. It can be easily identified as it has a grip which is not present in other this kind of scissors. In this needle holder, there is a grip present which is not present in other scissors, which makes it easily identifiable. Uses for passing sutures in the conjunctiva, cornea, sclera and extraocular muscles. Name: Barraquer needle holder. This is a sim called as Castroviejo corneoscleral scissors. It is slightly bigger in size and does not has gripping. Uses to enlarge the corneal or corneoscleral incision for ICCE or ECCE to cut the scleral tissue flap. The third similar is the Vannas scissor. It is very short as compared to the prior one. Uses for anterior capsulotomy for cutting the vitreous strands while performing anterior vitrectomy. This is also an exceptional instrument as it is IOL holding forceps. It looks like a scissor but is a forceps and is used to hold the intraocular lens. This is very much similar to the chimta that we have in our household, holding the intraocular lens while implanting it. This looks like a normal scissor but it is not. It is an artery forceps because it has a lock in the lower end. Uses for holding the bleeders during surgery to hold the skin and muscle stay suture, to crush the muscle before cutting in squint surgery to hold small p. This is a enucleation scissor. It is big in size and has a curved end for cutting the optic nerve in the enucleation. This instrument is looking like a forceps but it is a scissor, but it has an identifying feature that is a D-like projection. That's why it is called as D. Wecker's scissors. It is for performing iridectomy for cutting the vitreous stand prolapsing from the wound. Thank you so much. If you love this video, please like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel 5 Minute Medico.